Welcome back to PhD channel. I am Direk Rene Molina. Good evening, Aotearoa, New Zealand, and good day to the Philippines and other parts of the world. It's a wintry night, and I am using my winter voice. I've been having this cough and had a flu for a couple of days, but I'm on the mend. Yeah, just getting back. Hopefully, I'll be. What's this? You could hear me clearly as we have this correro with our another interesting and exciting candidate of the Mrs. and Miss Aotearoa 2023. And I'd like to introduce our candidate and bring her in. And she's coming from all the way from Rotorua. ASHWINI RAM. Hi, Ash. Good evening.
Kia ora and good evening to everyone all over the world.
How are you? How are you, Ash?
I'm good, thank you. It's been
How,
huge
how how's
rain out
things?
here. Things been good, thank you. And how
Oh,
about
we
yourself?
see. Oh, I mean, aside from this wintry voice, I'm doing okay, I guess. And it's a Friday, Ash, you're a teacher, I am a teacher, so we all know it's Friday. It's like, yay, Friday. So,
Lots of
Ash,
paperwork.
tell me a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about myself. So I'm a solo mum of a beautiful, special, and gifted child. He's 6. His name is Aiden. And my background is in hospitality. So I'm a qualified flight attendant. And then
Uh-huh.
I met my husband, ex-husband, my baby's father, and then I got into teaching when I was pregnant with my son. And now I've done a reality TV show and also did another pageant in Miss Rotorua in
Mm-hmm.
2021. And I took out Miss Manawahine title, which is the top 3 title. And now I'm doing Miss Aotearoa.
Wow. A heavy, busy schedule. So let's dissect that schedule. So let's look at the. You said you're a qualified flight attendant. So was it like women, girls love dream of traveling? Was it that reason why you wanted to become a stewardess?
Yes, that was my biggest dream when I was a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Fijian born, so I'm Indo-Fijian, and Fiji is a very little country in the map. So, and we didn't used to live far from the airport, and I'd also
Mm-hmm.
always see the plane fly above our house, and I'd get so excited, and I'd wave out, and I'd always say, "Oh, I wanna, be in the plane," and so that was one of my careers that I chased after when I got older.
Ah. So when you were younger, was there a dream place that you wanted to go to, like and visit?
Oh yes, I wanted to always fly for Emirates and live in Dubai.
Oh,
Yeah.
why Dubai? Why were you specifically? That's the base of the Emirates, right? In Dubai,
Oh
is it
yeah.
like?
And also it's a tax-free country and just beautiful country. Yeah.
So that was like your dream, but then you met your husband, so the plans had to change. So you went into teaching. You're a qualified teacher.
Yeah, I'm a qualified teacher in ECE, so working with young children.
Uh-huh. Mhm. And what subject is it, or what year level do you teach, Ash?
So I'm actually teaching early childhood, but I'm
Uh-huh.
more specialized in working with children with special needs.
Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And you were saying you are a solo flight. Was it solo flight teacher? Was it you who said it or no? I think it was someone. someone else who thought about, or who was talking to about an ECE. So early childhood, these are the ages like five, like
Yeah,
3 to 5 years old,
3 to 6 normally. Yeah, or entry
3 to 6.
level primary. Yeah, so with our license,
Mhm.
we can teach entry level primary school as well. Mm.
Ah, okay. And but how long have you been teaching, Ash?
Oh, I just became fully qualified in in May this year, but I've
Mm-hmm.
been around children working in early childhood since about 6 years now.
Oh, wow. Uh-huh,
Mm.
uh-huh. And you said you have a son, Aiden. Is it Aiden? How old is Aiden?
Aiden's 6 years old.
Oh, he's 6 years old. Okay, so he's still in early child. He's still in ECE or no longer. He's in the big school now.
Yeah, he goes to Rotorua Specialist School here in Rotorua. He's gifted, so he's not a normal child. So he's gifted and special. Mm.
Oh, okay, yeah. Also, is that the school where you're teaching, the Rotorua Special School?
No, I just relieve teach
Uh-huh.
any early childhood center.
Oh, okay. Oh, but with the Rotorua Specialized School, you are a member of the Board of Trustees.
Yes, yes I am. Yep.
Mhm. So, what was the reason why you wanted to become a member of the Board of Trustees, Ash?
So my heart is actually very in close with children with special needs, and
Uh-huh.
my philosophy is that they are the future, and they need that extra help and guidance. Whereas
Okay.
our normal children that already have the head start. So if
Mm-hmm.
we like, my goal is to open an early childhood centre here in Rotorua because we don't have a specialised early childhood centre here. We only got a specialist
Oh,
school here in Rotorua.
okay.
So
Uh-huh.
so for me to jump on the board of trustees, actually open that window of being able to be an advocate for children like my
Mm-hmm.
son, make
Mm-hmm.
decisions that are better for them. So that's where my heart and dream lies. Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see. Now, is this a big school, the Rotorua Specialized School? Is it? Are there? How many students do you have there?
It's a big school, so there is a lot of satellite schools. So there's main base school, and my
Uh-huh.
son is satellite to another school. So there is a few satellite classes as well as the
Okay.
main school. So we have a lot of children, and some
Oh.
children still stay there till the age of 18, 19 as well.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Because prior to my teaching in the mainstream college at the moment, I was teaching, or I was part of a pioneering program for tutoring youth and adults with learning disabilities. So ages 16, and I had a student who was 54. So they had learning disabilities, and for me, those 6 nearly 7 years that I was teaching in that school was the most fulfilling for me. You know, our students, like, they have the disability, but man, they are just so receptive to they're like sponges, they absorb, and they really want to do things. And yeah, it's just unfortunate that because of enrollments, I had to be redundant from that school. But I see the passion that you're having, and I guess it having a special child also, Aiden, is also like a way for to pay it forward, in a way for you know yeah, I just because I know, Ash, it's really challenging once they have like a meltdown, or they have like they miss their medication, or their moods, or it's the moon, or I don't know what, so yeah. So I Ash, do you agree that there's no every day is a different day in your
Yeah,
school.
every day. Even with my son, I cannot predict what tomorrow's gonna bring or an hour's gonna bring. But I just learn to go with the flow now that he's
Uh-huh.
the age. Um, he's very intelligent. He does not speak at all, so he's fully non-verbal, but he knows the password to his iPad.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, he's unable to do basic things, but he does harder stuff. So yeah, they're always watch and observe, and because they don't communicate, you don't know how much they know.
Oh,
So
yes. Uh-huh.
yeah.
You know, when I was in Hamilton, I was working in the health sector. So we were supporting, again, I was supporting and teaching non-formal. This time, they're like with learning disabilities. But I had non-verbal, I think two or three were non-verbal. So we used to have like a, I don't know what they call it, like like a board, and then there are pictures there. And so you ask him, Seth, how are you feeling today? And then he will point, and he will either like, because they're not non-verbal. And man, it's just so fulfilling. I've been a teacher all my life, and I've taught in graduate school, in the university, and here in New Zealand, in the Philippines. But this cohort, this people that I've started teaching since, when was this, 2012, until, you know it's something, Ash, right? It's hard, it's challenging, and of course the pay is not that much really as a teacher, but the intrinsic value of being a teacher. Are there any special moments in your teaching life that you'd like to share? Like maybe one or two special moments that, oh, this was very
Yeah,
special.
yeah, there are. So as you know, that you go on practicums, and
Yes.
so on one of the practicum centers I went, I could identify a child that was autistic. However, the teachers that were there, they didn't pick up on that. So it was for them, it was behavioral issues. But I was
Oh.
like, So I was an intern, you see, so I was on my practicum. You can't, you
Uh-huh.
just student
Yes,
teacher.
you're observing.
But
Yeah.
your knowledge is because I'm 24 hours with my son, and and the teaching as well, so I can comprehend both together. So I was like, oh no, this child, he's not mischief. He's just, he's got autistic. So I asked one of the senior staff members, I was like, oh, by any chance does this child, have any of this? And she's like, yeah, absolutely. And so it's hard for kayako like teachers to come into this field and not being able to recognize,
Mm-hmm.
um because also the children are quite young, so they're still developing, and but there's some behaviors in an early age that you can pick up on children. For
Mm-hmm.
me, it was easier because I was a mum as well. So but it's hard for some of the teachers, and it's hard to get help from the Ministry of
Oh,
Education
yes.
if if
Yes.
you if the child's not diagnosed or anything. So what I
Mm-hmm.
also want to do is I want to study psychology, where I'm
Mm-hmm.
able to diagnose children, as well as having my bachelor's in teaching and having that experience as well. So if I can diagnose children at a young age, then I'll be able to get help for the families, for the
Oh,
teachers.
yes.
Yeah, the funding. So the main
Uh-huh.
thing is funding
Funding,
in early
yes.
childhood education, in any education. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And also, like, it's the early childhood education is the foundation, and sometimes if the foundation, they fall through the cracks, what they say, fall through the cracks. So when they came to us, to our school, they didn't finish
Mhm.
primary, or so it was really basic for us, literacy and numeracy, and but it's just, we just have to be patient, like, you know
All the children are different, so you know some could be quite intelligent than the rest.
Mm,
So as a kayako, as a teacher, we have to mold as per
Yes.
child, we can't do one curriculum for 24,
No.
25 children. So
No.
that's when we have that one-on-one, that's when we do the individual
Right.
plan for each child.
Yes.
So every child's different. They learn
Yes.
differently. Um, it's just children, yeah.
Yes. And so fulfilling. Now let's talk about your journey in joining the Mrs. and Miss Aotearoa 2023. So what made you decide to join the pageant?
Um, so for me to join I've got a few reasons
Yeah.
to join the pageant. So I want to use this platform to um, educate children and also women like myself because I've been through domestic violence. Um, I'm a
Oh, okay.
suicide survivor. I've been through a lot in my life. I've lost my mum this year in January. So both of my parents have passed away now. And I'm solo mum to my son who he's got a very rare condition. I think he's um, neither child in New Zealand so far that has it. Um, so it's very challenging. Life can be very hard, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm a living being here in front of everyone that's going through those hard times and to say that, look, I've made it through and so
Mm-hmm.
can you. So I've been there and it's
Mm-hmm.
just pushing through those barriers. You cry at night, you wipe your tears in the morning, you're always on
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
overdrive. You just gotta, and if you start counting your blessings rather
Mm-hmm.
than, you know, all the bad things will fall in place, for everyone. Sometimes you think that there's no end when you're in a very dark place. I've been there,
Mm-hmm.
I know, but I have made it through with my little baby. Um, so I guess, doing Miss Rotorua was also a platform to, you know, work with children with special needs, and that's given me a position that I am a board of trustee now in Rotorua
Mm-hmm.
Specialist School. So it does open all these doors for you as an individual, whereas if you didn't have a title or if you didn't, not many people will take it seriously or
Correct.
hear your
Mm-hmm.
voice unless you're on TV. So if everyone watches our TV series, they're like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, Ash, you're on TV," so they look up to
Mm-hmm.
you. I get a lot of messages. Yeah, I have to control a lot of messages. My son's having a seizure and having a meltdown, and just gotta carry on. So
Uh-huh.
you know, I also help women to do the affidavits because I've been through that chain with the court system as well
Oh,
and
okay.
women's
Yeah.
refuge. So this helping women is very important to me. Is
Mm-hmm.
at the same time as a mother, as a daughter. Yep.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Because this is the perfect platform, like uh, women and girls will see, oh, I know that you witness, you test your testament and everything. And, oh, I can do it. I want to do it. She's my inspiration. And also on your part, like it's something that it makes you shine, it makes you, you got it right. Like, well, in this world it is like that, if they don't know much about you, then they don't listen, but once oh, this is the woman who was like, in the pageant and all of that, because this is not the first pageant that you joined, right? Ash, you also joined another pageant before.
Yeah, I did Miss Rotorua 2021.
Okay, so you were with Koji was there.
Koji and Te Aroha as well.
Teroha, yes. How about
Yeah.
there was a Filipina. Was it Jeff?
Uh,
What was it?
I think that she did it in 2022.
22. Oh, okay, yeah. So that was a different pageant. That was Miss Rotorua representing the beautiful city, one of my favorite cities in New Zealand. I was in Rotorua last before the New Year. Short
Oh,
visit with the family, and didn't have enough. Really, there's so much in Rotorua. So that pageant was specifically to promote the city. Can you tell us a little bit about that Miss Rotorua pageant, Ash?
So Miss Rotorua, it was similar like uh, Miss and Mrs. Aotearoa.
Uh
So
huh.
we had charities that we did charity workshops and things like that. So my chosen charity was Hope Walk. So Hope Walk is about raising awareness about suicide.
Uh
Um,
huh.
and also you learn like it was a first time shooting reality TV show as well. So it was a bit hard to
Yes.
get used to the cameras being everywhere following you. And Yeah, beautiful woman. I mean, every woman has a story, which
Uh
makes
huh.
this woman so strong because every woman
Yes.
has a story. No one's story is harder than or better than any. We all have a story that we've been through, and that's what
Right.
makes us women.
Right.
The Miss Ritual
Yeah.
is good. It's always, I mean, beauty side of these pageants are nice, but also the work that goes behind it is
Uh
more
huh.
important for me. So I like
Oh.
to do things behind the scenes a lot. But
Okay. And so the Miss Rotorua was in conjunction with the reality TV, the Gazers and Gowns.
yeah,
Oh.
gowns and guises, yeah.
Oh, gowns and geysers. Oh,
Mm.
okay, okay. So, I mean, did you have like a specially made gown for that? Like, were you wearing your own creation, or what? How was it? How was that part of the pageant?
So we do our own gowns, and
Oh,
so
okay.
what that pageant was mostly just bringing the woman out of mums that's been mums for too long. So you know
Uh-huh.
when you become a mum, you have your hair up, you on track, you wearing track pants. You know, you just like just normal top. So it just makes you come out of all of that and putting you back in your heels, your nice clothes, your makeup, um, just bringing the inner beauty out of you again as a little
Uh-huh.
kid.
Yeah.
And a
Oh,
lot of
nice.
learning, practicing catwalk, learning about fashion. Also, a lot of you challenging yourself as well. So we had to be in training every Sunday. We used to shoot for about 8 hours, always on our
Uh-huh.
heels. Yeah,
Okay. And you won the title Miss Wahini, Mana Wahini.
Miss Manawahine. So that's the top three titles. So Koji took Miss Rotorua, Te Aroa took Te Aroa, um, and myself took Miss Manawahine. Yeah.
Oh wow! Oh, so
Mm.
I'm so blessed because I've interviewed Koji, I interviewed Taro, and now I'm interviewing Ash, all the winners of the Miss Rotorua pageant, the gowns and gazers. Now, Ash, as if you're not busy, I think you're not too busy because you also, although you haven't been doing much with the homeless in Rotorua, like the feeding program on a Wednesdays, and can you tell us a little bit about that, Ash?
So every Wednesdays, there's St. John Church in Rotorua that
Mm-hmm.
um, feed, do morning tea for homeless people and anyone. And they also do food parcels and things like that. It's very beautiful organization to
Okay.
be with or part of it as well. Um, Anna is one of the ladies that I've known over the years for a very long time. She's amazing. And I know everyone's having a hard time. It's in everywhere in the world,
Uh-huh.
but Rotorua is has stricken quite bad with COVID, with homelessness,
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
um, children sleeping in the cars. Um, yeah, it's just very sad to see these things in
Yeah.
humankind happening anyway. So
Yes.
it's very nice for people like St. John to put something like this, the church, to invite anyone or everyone. You don't have to be a Christian to be able to take part in there or come to their morning tea. They're not judgmental at all. So that's the nice
Uh-huh.
thing about them. It's just giving. Um,
Yes. Uh-huh. Nice, nice. It's It reminds me of the like the soup kitchen that they call it in the past, you know. But this time it's not just soup and anything, and you know, Ash, it's not just some. I mean, it's not only the feeding; it's also the caring. You know, people come, the homeless, and then they will see that, oh, people care for us. That we're not just a number; we're a person. So I think um, that sense of value makes that human being. We don't know what's going on in his or her life, but what you're doing is amazing. It is amazing. Now let's talk about the training. Every Saturday, you drive from Rotorua to Auckland, or almost every Saturday for the training for the next couple of weeks that you'll be training, right?
Yeah. So yes, we have to drive to Auckland every Saturday to do our training, which is really good and quite different from Mr. Rotorua as well, which I like. I think when you're coming into something like this, you got to be open minded as
Uh huh.
well. Uh, this pageant is recognized obviously worldwide as well. Like if if you take one of the main titles, then you can compete overseas. So
Yes.
which kind of sets the bar quite high as well. So which is good. I mean, you meet beautiful women and ladies in there, so it becomes sort of like a sisterhood as well. So we've got beautiful sisters from down south, uh Napier, all over New Zealand. So it's quite good for all us to meet together and know each other's background, or just get to see what everyone's all about as well,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh.
individuality and differences, and we all coming together. I mean, Anna's doing an amazing job, even though she's back home sadly,
Ah,
to
yes.
say bye to her mum. But I mean, controlling couple of women, it's quite difficult. But controlling like a lot of us is very challenging.
Yes. Now, at this point, Ash, this is your opportunity to address the women out who are listening, who are watching. What is it like your advocacy? What is your message to women in general, Ash?
Yep. Kia ora to all wahinema. I just wanted to tell you that I know each of you are going through the hard times. Trust me, I've been there. I've been through everything that you can think of, but I am on this other side now. I was in the dark. I've passed through that dark tunnel and I'm in the light now. So, I mean, you can always reach out to me if you need someone to talk to. I'm always on social media. Um, just stay strong because these are the hard times and you'll get through them. And even for our men as well, uh, suicide is not the answer. Ending your life is not the answer. Think about the children that you're going to leave behind when you do have thoughts like that, because I've been through that myself. I know what it's like. Um, so just hang in there, and we're gonna get it. We're gonna do it through together.
Mhm. Thank you so much for those words of encouragement, Ash. I forgot to ask you, what did Aiden say, or what was his reaction when you said, "Hey, son, I'm joining a pageant"? I mean, did he like? Was there any sign that
So when I did Miss Rotorua, he doesn't say anything or anything, but when I put my gowns on and that, and he just has the sparkle in his eyes, like when he looks up
Oh,
to me, with he loves shiny things. They're attracted to
uh-huh.
colorful things and stuff. So when I put those nice dresses on, then he does have this glow in his eyes. He'll be like, "Oh, it's mum."
Oh, nice, nice. I hope there will be a chance for him to be your escort on the stage on finals night, on pageant night.
Oh, I hope so. If he's good in a good mood,
In a good
he's
mood.
not
Yeah.
having a meltdown.
Well, Ash, I'd like to thank you for the time that you've given us, and we wish you all the best. And I hope to see you in one of your Saturday workshops, or if not, let's a proper take a proper selfie with you on pageant night. Because I tell you, Ash, for the past 2 years, Anna Marie has always been inviting me to the finals. But for the past 2 years, I've always been sick. I always get sick. I don't know. I'm too old, probably.
Well, this is your year then, hey?
Last September, I had food poisoning, so I was really down, and yeah. So now I'm. Is it in August, right? Is it in August that we have the pageant night?
Yes, August the 12th.
August the 12th. Okay, so well, that's just a couple of weeks away from we're ending June and July, and oh,
Mhm.
Ash, all the best in what you're doing. You know, life is really so fast,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Thank you
So
so much.
yeah,
Thank you
th-
for having me in this platform, and thank you to PhD channel as well as Anne Marie. Lots of love from New Zealand here, from everyone, all of us, uh, to you back home. Sending mum, last goodbyes and that. And thank you for your time as well, Rene.
yes. Thank you so much, Ash. And we also would like to offer our condolences to Anne Marie, who is back home in the Philippines to pay her final respects to her mom, who passed away a couple of days ago. And also condolences also to Ash because her uncle also passed away suddenly. So our condolences and prayers, Ash and Anne Marie.
Thank
Well,
you.
folks, thank you so much for allowing Anna Marie, for allowing Ash, well, Anna Marie also, Ash and myself to come into your homes, into your hearts tonight for another edition of PhD Channel featuring our 2023 Mrs. and Miss Aotearoa candidates. And tonight we are blessed to have Ashwini Ram as our guest. So thank you so much. Take care and God bless. Bye bye.
Bye bye.